All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another plane crash. Hello, Miss Debbie Fox. Hold on a minute. All right, we got another plane crash. Let's take a look at old JLR. He's pumping it. I was looking for another feed, but I ain't seeing nothing. Hold on a minute. It just happened here shortly. And let's see what we could do here. It was a small plane. Boy, they're dropping out of the sky everywhere. But that's what happens. Our weather's changing. And when you got weather that's changing, you got problems, right? Especially if you fly. All right, let's see what we got here, ladies and gents. I posted his channel in chat.
Covering a lot of the plane crashes on JLR Investigate. I'm going to get a press conference up here shortly. But this is some of the footage from this rescue operation from a plane that crashed this morning into a mountain. And the reports are saying small plane crashes in remote area of Vermont, hampering efforts to reach 3 people injured. Apparently, they're alive. We don't know the conditions of the individuals, but we want to talk a little bit about these plane crashes all around the country, right? A plane crashed into a remote area of southern Vermont, leaving 3 people injured as emergency crews battle difficult conditions to reach them Wednesday. The plane crashed into the top of Mount Equinox, a 3,000 peak in Bennington County at around 8:30 a.m. after taking off from Baltimore at around 6 a.m. according to Flight Track Radar, Radar 24. Now, the aircraft was located shortly after 11:30 a.m. So a little bit ago, they found the aircraft, but they had to do a massive rescue to get to the people that were trapped. The aircraft was located shortly after 11:30 a.m. on Wednesday, with those being on board being evaluated and airlifted. Difficult conditions, they say, including snow, ice, and fog, as well as the remoteness of the location, were making it hard for police, fire, and rescue teams to reach the crash site. Matter of fact, I have a clip right here I want to share with you about this plane crash. Why does these plane crashes continue to happen? Or are they just normal and we're just finally getting attention about it?
Crashes on top of a southern Vermont mountain. Our Connor Olathorn joins us live near Burr and Burton Academy in Manchester at the base of Mount Equinox. Connor, what's the latest here?
Yeah, good morning, John. Manchester police tell us that a small plane crashed on top of Mount Equinox. I'm just going to step out of the way for 1 second here. Crews are still working to try and get some of the passengers down. We aren't clear if there's any injuries or if anyone's hurt up there yet or how many people were in the plane. But you can see that is Granville police coming from New York trying to work to get some of these people down. And like we said, some of these crews have been working on the base of the mountain's toll road for the past couple of hours. Right now, we are by the Equinox Reserve, like John said, just a couple hundred yards away from Burr and Burton Academy in Manchester. An emergency alert was sent to parents and students at the school, but early reports of that say and indicate that both pilot and any passengers were okay. Crews clearly going up now off one of these trails to try to get some people down, get them some help. But again, we're unsure if there's anyone who was injured or killed in this accident. We'll continue to give updates throughout the rest of the day. For now, reporting live in Manchester, Connor Olathorn, Channel 3 News.
Plane crash, folks. Plane crash. And I got the clip here. Let me just get you some more information before we play the press conference, because this was crazy. They're actually showing on flight radar this flight. And we're going to talk about this because of the plane crashes all around the country. But it seems like this plane just vanished after it hit a mountain. It literally hit a mountain, the plane. The plane hit a mountain. So look at this right here. This is the flight radar right here. And watch the plane as it disappears from radar. Here we go. It's N43DN. and it's flying, and then you'll just see it. Boom. It hit the mountain. A plane flew right into the mountain. Now look at that. That was a close call right there. I don't know if that was higher or what. But just west of Manchester, N43DN flies right into, boom, a mountain. Right there. Flies right into a mountain. Now, why does this keep happening? These craziness happening with all these plane crashes. Come on in. We're going to get more details as we understand what in the world happened here. Who's the pilot? They had to be rescued. There was crazy conditions this morning with a bunch of fog and craziness, difficult conditions. It happened in a very remote area called Equinox Mountain. And I actually found this on the map, and then we'll play the press conference on what happened here. But a plane crash and a rescue operation. Equinox Mountain is where this plane crashed, right here. Equinox Mountain. It is literally a 3,000-foot mountain just west of Manchester. And let's zoom it out for all the people that are watching JLR Investigates from around the world. This is where this terrible, terrible accident happened. But it looks like the passengers could be alive, which is a miracle. That is a miracle. So southwestern Vermont, Equinox Mountain, we have a plane crash. Right there. And this is what the area looks like. This is what the area looks like. Equinox Mountain, where this plane crash happened. I'm shocked to hear about this. I'm shocked to hear about a plane crash that happened at this mountain. Once again, more craziness that's happening. And this is an actual footage of the plane. Come on in, plane crash. So they're sharing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go, another plane crash. Now, is this common? Yes, it's very common. You just don't hear about it that much on the news because there's bigger news, right? But it is common. Mr. JLR wants to know what is going on. Well, I'll tell you what it is, Mr. JLR. Lack of maintenance. Planes are very expensive to keep and fly. And when you do not do proper maintenance, these are the problems you have. And when you take away and you get rid of mechanics and stuff like that work on these planes, you start having problems. The system starts breaking down. And a lot of people are saying it's an old system. It is. It's worked this long. And even if they change the system, we're still going to have crashes, folks. You can't control the weather and you can't control everything, right? We're not 100%. We're only human. Miss Debbie Fox says, I was just watching the plane crash in the Andes. The lacrosse team, 1970. Yeah. Well, that's where they crashed into the mountain and they had to eat each other to survive. I remember that movie. They crashed into the mountain. It was a big plane. They ran out of food. They ate everything on the plane, right? All the stuff that they had for the flight. And after they went through that, they ran out of food. And the next thing that they did was, yes, cannibalism. They ate the rest of the people that were on the plane. until they were rescued. They were rescued, but they had to eat a human to survive until they were rescued. That was a true movie. People were saying, that's not good. I'm like, no, that was real. That was a movie that was made out of a real situation. And yes, they had to eat the other passengers to survive. Yeah, I don't know. All right, little lady. I hope you're doing good today, Debbie. Um, we hope all you folks out there are doing good today and everything. The wild people of YouTube, the Ernie Shells, the Katie, whoever she is, and the 777s and the rum and cokes and everything else. I will be back later. God bless. All glory goes to God. What time is it? Now, we got too much cloud cover for a beautiful sunset, but let me back off of this so you guys can see what we're working with tonight. Yeah, I just don't think we're going to have a good sunset tonight, so. But still, all glory goes to God. Amen. All right, we'll be back later. Have a good day. Thanks, Miss Fox, for stopping in. Have a good night.